How exactly was the Earth born? And how did humanity destroy it step by step? The story begins 13.8 billion years ago. At that time, the universe was still in a state of chaos. However, with the explosion of a singularity, time and space were instantly formed. From then on, the universe entered a complex evolutionary stage. 4.6 billion years ago, under the gravitational pull of a giant molecular cloud, the early solar system formed, and the primordial Earth was born in this chaos. Erupting magma, meteorites falling everywhere. The Earth at that time was like a purgatory. It did not have the conditions for any life to evolve. 4.5 billion years ago, a planet named Theia accidentally collided with Earth. The scattered rocks gradually merged and formed the early moon. Since then, the Earth's environment underwent earth-shattering changes. 3.8 billion years ago, affected by centrifugal force, the moon began to move rapidly away from Earth. As the Earth's geological environment stabilized, the surface temperature gradually decreased and began to condense, forming water vapor. Large amounts of water gathered to form oceans. Early anaerobic life forms appeared. 2.5 billion years ago, a large number of cyanobacteria and algae proliferated wildly. The oxygen content in the ocean and atmosphere increased rapidly. Anaerobic organisms were replaced. Biological evolution got on the right track. 540 million years ago, Cambrian explosion ushered in a great burst of life. Various complex life form structures appeared one after another. Within 20 million years, the Earth presented a thriving scene. 450 million years ago, a disaster from 6,000 light years away completely changed the Earth's environment. Highly destructive gamma-ray bursts reached the Earth's surface. The first mass extinction quietly arrived. 60% of species disappeared. North and South Pole glaciers formed. Ocean area shrank. Ancient continents also emerged from the water. 370 million years ago, the supervolcano Veluwe Traps erupted, marking the second mass extinction event. 78% of marine life completely disappeared. In order to survive, many fish, such as Tiktaalik, began to evolve into amphibians. 350 million years ago, the Earth's atmospheric oxygen content reached its historical peak. Terrestrial life flourished unprecedentedly. The land was covered with a large number of ferns and forests. 250 million years ago, affected by the impact of a small asteroid swarm, the Earth experienced volcanic eruptions lasting for 2 million years. Eruption, the largest scale third mass extinction in history, also quietly arrived. More than 96% of species disappeared. The oceans almost completely evaporated. Only a few reptiles, and the ancestors of all mammals, the Thrinaxodon, survived. 200 million years ago, the Earth's crust began to move violently and tear apart the supercontinent Pangaea. Scorching magma spewed into every corner of the Earth. The fourth mass extinction event began. Most marine life went extinct. Dinosaurs stood at the top of the Earth's food chain. 65 million years ago, the supercontinent Pangaea completely disintegrated. At the same time, an asteroid crashed into Earth, triggering the fifth mass extinction. 80% of species disappeared. Reptiles declined. Dinosaurs also withdrew from the stage of history. But smaller mammals made it to the end. 65 million years later, humans, as mammals, finally successfully stood at the top of the Earth's food chain. Looking back, all of this did not come easily. But now, human activities have completely changed this planet. According to a United Nations survey, an average of 75 species go extinct worldwide every day. There are even many species that scientists haven't even had time to name before they disappear completely from the Earth. Increasing amounts of garbage, ever-decreasing forests, an increasingly exhausted Earth, increasingly greedy humans. If we compare the Earth to a day, human civilization actually only occupies the last 4 seconds. But in these short 4 seconds, we have turned the Earth into this state. Should we really feel honored or deeply ashamed? I am the captain. I have always been here.